Hello, all my good friends in the friend group. Hey, I just can't wait to talk to you for a few moments today about this week's message. I just feel like it is so important for our church family that we really get this message. And maybe even especially for each of you, because you are really right now connecting through your friend group. The message was titled, "We're in this together." And I believe that this statement really shows God's shepherd's heart for us in this unbelievable season we're in. In the book of Matthew, we find Jesus looking out over a great multitude of people, and he says, it says, he was moved with compassion for them because they were weary and scattered. I honestly, I just feel like that is a picture of where we are today. There's a sense of weariness, just trying to keep everything together, just to keep focused, it's just heaviness, weariness, and because of what's going on. And then the result of that is the disconnection. Weariness can create a disconnect, but the opposite can happen. When we intentionally decide, I'm going to make connection, then that alone has the power to defeat that sense of heaviness, of weariness. Is that making sense? I think you got what I'm saying. So weary and scattered, I'm gonna not be scattered, I'm gonna be connected so I can overcome the weariness and be strong and move forward in life. So in fact, let's just do this. Look at each other. Look at one person in your group and just say this out loud right now. Say, "We're in this together." Okay, turn to somebody else. Say, "We're in this together." All right, good job. Here's your first discussion question. We talked about there being a lifting power that comes when we intentionally decide to connect with each other in spiritual community. Kind of like the geese, when they're on their own, it's very difficult. There's a lifting power when they join the formation. So, being in community, being connected, it just kind of lifts us. So I want you to take just a minute and each take a turn and describe maybe a time when you felt that lifting power take place. You're at a church service, you're in your group meeting around other believers, and you were kind of down, if you will, discouraged, weary, fatigued, and after connecting and praying and hanging out, the lifting thing took place. Share a time with a group when that took place for you. Okay, so here's your second question. First before that, have someone read Hebrews 10 verses 24 through 26 or 25, 24 and 25 in the Passion Translation. You got to read it there. It's powerful. Have someone read that out loud. And then here's your discussion question. In that verse, it says this. It says, "Now is not the time to pull away." And again, I think that's a very prophetic statement. Because of all that's happening to us, it's very easy to pull away. But this is saying it's not the time to pull away. So could you maybe just think about it for a second? How have you kind of found your, been tempted to, or you just right now find yourself, be honest, I've kind of dread going online again. I don't really want to go to the group. By the way, no condemnation. All of us feel a lot of that. That's the whole point. We're feeling the weariness and it's causing the disconnect. Just have some honesty. It's a safe place. Just talk about where you are and how you feel that pulling away is happening in you. Share it with the group, and I think it'll be a very positive thing at the end. And then thirdly, the third discussion, I want to get practical if we could, and really apply what we talked about in the message. I gave you two examples of how we can connect, and they're obvious. We can connect with our church online weekly for the message of the week, and we connect as you are right now with your friend group, with the church and with the group, with the whole church family and with the group. And can we just be practical? Maybe think about it for a second. Share a couple of ways you feel like you can be proactive. You can intentionally connect with our church community, either by the online church service or by being with your group. And some examples be, just get up excited, stir up your family, and build an atmosphere. I am going to build an atmosphere in my home when we watch church online. Or maybe join with friends or family, have them come join you, make it a watch party, something to really just strengthen the connection point. Or maybe you could submit a prayer request, or you could ask for a chat with a pastor, or you can just join in the online chat. Just something you can do to be connected with it. Or you can join on the Fame blog this week with the ladies. Or hey, how about even this week? I'm going to call a couple people in the group just to have some connection and friendship. I just gave you some ideas. There could be more. And maybe most of you will say some of the same things, but by verbalizing and recognizing it, there's power in intentionality. In our world today, sometimes I think we forget that, just doing the right thing, just the power in intentionality. I've heard my pastor, yeah, I see the pulling away. I don't want to pull away. I want to be connected. I get it. And so just share how you feel you can connect intentionally, either with the church online experience or with your friend group. And all of you in the group, I think you have the best group in the church. And I'm proud of you for being part of the church. And I just want to say the title of the message again, I think it's powerful. We're in this together. So whatever you're in, we're in it with you. I'm grateful for you listening today and taking all this to heart. And I believe you're going to have an incredible time of praying together. I'm excited about that. Love you guys, and I'll see you next week.